Hey guys, Andrew here from reviewskingdom.com. Welcome to my PodCentric review. I'm here inside the members area and today I'm going to give you a full demo on what this is now works. But before we do that, if you'd like to pick up PodCentric anytime during watching this free video, all you have to do is get yourself to my Google Doc through clicking on the first link down below in the description, which will take you right here where you can either pick up the front end or the bundle version. You're also going to get all my 9 exclusive bonuses, whether you pick up the front end or the bundle version. You're still gonna get access to all my bonuses for massive value. And don't forget to use coupon code 50% off when you purchase the bundle to get $50 off your purchase. So if you'd like to pick this up, just click on the first link down below in the description and go ahead and proceed to my JV doc where you can either pick up the front end or the bundle. Now without further ado, let's jump right into the software. So first we have the dashboard where you have all your analytics right here. We have the podcast, we have the episode analytics, the recordings, the visitors, the responses, the contacts. We also have your last 5 podcast analytics, so you can see all the information right here. We have your last recording, so all the last videos or podcasts you have recorded. We have the information, the visitors from all around the world, so you just hover the country and it will tell you how many visitors you got from that country. And last, we have your daily analytics. So you select the date and it will give you your analytics, your episodes, your responses, and all the information you need to know about your podcast. Next, we have the most important section of the software, which is actually your podcast. You just click on my podcast and here you find all your podcasts. I'm just going to click on new podcast and click on start new podcast. Next, we're going to choose our image background of our podcast. So you're going to click here. And for example, I'm going to choose, this one. And next, we're going to name our podcast. So for example, I'm just going to type in Andrew King subscribers. By the way, if you like honest reviews, please consider subscribing to the channel. We have the subtitle section. Where is the subtitle of your podcast? The summary, so you type in the summary right here. You can take as much time as you want. This is a review video, so I'm gonna go through each and every one of these, but you can take your time when using the software. We have the media format, whether it's an audio podcast or a video podcast. We have the parental advisory, whether it's clean content or explicit, so you can choose right here. And we have the country, so let's say United States. And we have the language, which is English in this case. We have the integrations. Whether you want to integrate your autoresponder. We're going to talk about this later on this video. And we have the category of your podcast. So I'm just going to go ahead and select, for example, I'm going to scroll down right here and select, for example, business and marketing. So I selected this category. We have the show type, whether it's episodic or serial, the episode grouping, whether it's seasons or none, episode numbering, whether you want to add this to an episode series. We have the owner name, so it's me. I'm just gonna go ahead and type in my name and I'm gonna copy this, the owner email, the author, and the copyright. So take your time when filling out these blanks, and once you are done, you just click on save and you have your podcast created. Now once you have your podcast created, here we have the preview section where you can preview the page of your podcast. We also have the share button where you can share your podcast, and we have the stats, and you can always go back and edit your podcast. So you just click on edit and it will allow you to edit all the information that we just filled in. And once you are done, you just click on update. We also have another section which will give you a menu of different things that we will do. So you just click on this arrow and you click on RSS and distribution. So with this RSS or with this link XML RSS, you can distribute your podcast to different platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Pandora, Stitchers, Radio Public, and iHeartRadio. Now, Andrew, I don't know how I can distribute this. I don't know what I do with this XML RSS. All you have to do is go here to my account and then go to support or go to training first, and you'll find training on how you can go ahead and actually host your podcast on all these different platforms. If you having any issues, just go ahead and contact support, and they will show you how you can basically host your podcast on all these platforms. Next, if we go back, if we hover over the arrow, we have the episodes. So this is really important. You need to add an episode to your podcast. I'm just going to click on add episode and click on add new. I'm going to add my episode logo. So for this demo purposes, I'm going to choose the same logo as we did before. The episode name, so Andrew Special Podcast episode, so season 1 episode 1. So for example, this is my episode title, episode description. So here you type in your episode description, your season number 1, your episode number 1. The label, again, I'm gonna type in the label, which is Andrew Special Podcast season 1 episode 1. The episode type, whether it's a full episode, a trailer of the actual episode, or a bonus episode. So here you choose which one you want, the trailer or bonus type, whether you want to show it, or whether it's a season or a show or an episode. So I'm going to choose episode, the episode parental advisor, whether it's clean or explicit, and the iTunes visibility. So as you can see, they give you so much customization. Next, we have the media content section. Now, this is the most important section because you need to choose your recording file, which is actually your podcast. So I'm just going to click on choose, and then I'm going to choose here, and I'm going to click on add my podcast. Now, I'm going to show you first how you can actually add your podcast. So first, you actually need to go to your recordings right here. Then you're going to need to create a new folder. And for example, I'm gonna name it Andrew Special Podcast. So I'm just gonna paste this right here, Andrew Special Podcast Season 1. So it's created a new folder right here, and once it's created, you're just gonna click on new recording. You're gonna choose your folder. You're gonna name your recording. So my recording is gonna be Andrew Special Podcast Season 1 Episode 1. So this is under my Season 1 this is under my Season 1 folder. This is the first episode, and then you're gonna choose your recording type. So whether you want to record your webcam, whether you want to share your screen, you can also upload this from your laptop. So if I click on upload and then click on upload video, it will allow me to actually upload a video from my laptop, and this video will be used as a podcast. So I can select the video right here, and once it's uploaded, so it's gonna take a few seconds to load, and once it's uploaded, fully uploaded to my laptop, I can click on next. So as you can see, it's uploaded. I'm just gonna click here and click on next, and it will process and add this right here, as you can see. Now you can click on update, and you can actually update the name right here. You can click on preview, and it will go ahead and preview the video for you, or you can click on delete. Same thing if you want to add another episode, you just click on new recording, you choose your folder, then you type in the name. So for example, I want a second episode for my podcast. I just click here on next. Then you choose the type. You can also choose an MP3 folder. You can choose one of the done for you videos. I believe this is one of the upgrades. You can choose a video from Pixels, from YouTube, Dropbox, and Vimeo as well. So there are all these options that you can choose from. Now, once you have your recording ready, you just go back to my podcasts. You go back to your podcast section right here where it says episodes. So we're gonna click on episodes. Then we're gonna click on add new episode, and we're gonna go back and add an episode real quick. So we're just gonna go ahead and fill out the same information. Episode 1, season 1. The label is this one right here. And we're gonna go to the media content and we're gonna click on choose, and we're gonna choose the video that I just uploaded. So this one right here. Next, we have the publishing. So we're gonna click here on publishing, and we can either publish it immediately or schedule it for later. So you can schedule an upload, and you can upload this episode. For example, I'm gonna upload it tomorrow, and I'm gonna click on OK, and I'm also gonna choose to upload it. Let's say this is based on a 24-hour basis. So I want to upload it at 11 or at 10:55. So 10:55 a.m. So this is the time I want. So it's going to be published tomorrow at 10:55. Then I'm going to click on add episodes. So I have to fill out all the information first. So make sure to fill out all the details right here. And then I'm going to click on add episode, and it will go ahead and add the episode for me. And you don't have to worry about hosting the podcast because it's going to be automatically hosted. Now you can delete it, you can edit it, you can preview it, or you can share it. So you're going to click on preview, and it will go ahead and open up the podcast URL for me. And this is the podcast video that I just selected. So you can send people right here. So I can go back to my podcasts, and I can go ahead and click on a view right here, and it will take me to my podcast page, which is completely customizable. Now you can customize this page as you wish. I'm gonna wait for it to load up. It's gonna take a few seconds, and as you can see, here is my podcast URL where I can send people right here, and once they are on here, they can go ahead and open up the podcast link, which is the first episode. So this is actually our podcast website where we can send people, where they can listen to our previous podcast and they can watch our new podcast. We also have the automation feature where you can click here on start new podcast, and you can import an existing show from a RSS feed, from a speech, or from text to speech. So you just put the text and you click on save, and it will turn it into speech. Now you can also choose a speech. So let's say you have an API from Google, you click on next, then you put the text and it will turn it to speech. We also have the RSS feed. So you just pull up the RSS website URL and you click on next, it will turn it into a podcast. Next, we have the episode section. I previously shared this with you. So we have all your episodes right here. We have the response section where you're going to view all your podcast responses. We have the podcast title, the podcast episode, the name, the email, the date, and the response. You're going to view all the responses right here. The recordings, I previously shared this with you where you can host all your podcast recordings. The 50 done for you podcast, this is one of the upgrades. The 100 done for you podcast, another upgrade. The contact section where you're gonna find all your contacts, so you can add new lists, you can import, you can export, you can add new contacts from your podcast, you can manage your team, and you can add different integrations. Now the integrations will allow you to build your email list, so you can add GetResponse, ConvertKit, Benchmark, ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, Aweber, MooSend, and SendLane. We also have the reseller rights in the white label. These are a couple of upsells. So we have a bunch of upsells right here. Anyways, this is what you're gonna get inside of the front end for $37. And I believe if you pick it up right now, it's still at $29 because this is a dime sale. It will go up to $37. So make sure if you want to pick up the front end, I have pretty cool bonus package. Just click on the first link down below in the description and you're gonna get a bunch of cool bonuses. Whether you pick up the front end or the bundle, you're still gonna get my bonuses. And remember, if you pick up the bundle, don't forget to use this code right here, 50 off, to grab it for $50 off. And this was my full review of PodCentric. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up, leave your comments, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.